You went over to have conversation with some of the fans. What was happening there?
That's no big deal. It was a bit of me going over to show my appreciation to the fans who travelled, who were obviously disappointed with the performance and the result. It felt like they wanted to say something to a few of the lads at the front, and you know, I've always had a good relationship with the fans. I've been here for quite a while now, and if there's anyone who's going to sort of receive that message, and I felt it was right that it was me, and you know, there was nothing major in it. They're obviously disappointed, as are we, and I just, you know, it's a danger of it becoming empty words if I'm going over to reassure them that we're, you know, working our hardest, and it's just not going our way recently. So yeah, there wasn't much in it at all.
Was it good-natured?
Yeah, relatively. It was a case of, you know, they were just saying they were disappointed. They wanted more from us, from results on the pitch. It's clear that hasn't happened, you know, since I've been here. But it wasn't. Maybe I just missed it in the past. It wasn't a big deal. It was just they just looked like they were there to say something. And like I said, if it was going to be anyone, then I felt it was right that I go over just to speak to them.
What did you make of the afternoon?
Overall, we come away really disappointed because we've obviously lost the game against a team that would be classed as a rival, you know, in the area of the league we're in. We didn't play particularly well in possession. We didn't create enough chances. We put a big focus on being resolute and matching, you know, some of their strengths in terms of their aggression and their mentality in winning duels. For most part, I felt we were quite resolute. Luke's, you know, made a great save from the penalty, kept us in the game. And as it goes on, you're thinking, well, we've got a basis to go on and maybe push later on. But the killer blow came at a bad time, and yeah, we're chasing the game for the last 15 minutes, I think.
Is it all the more frustrating, apart from the penalty and perhaps an early header? They didn't have a great number of chances.
No, nothing clear cut. I mean, you could tell that they were building up a bit of pressure. They probably had a bit more on the ball. You know, threatened our goal a bit more, but like you say, without anything clear cut. So yeah, that was pleasing, and it gives us confidence in terms of the way that we can defend. We had to bounce back from last week, but maybe we went the other way a little bit, and we just we give up the ball a bit too much, a bit too easy, and that's on everyone really. You know, that's on the players on the pitch, because we're the ones who are going to get the ball and pass the ball, and we have to all want to take the ball. So yeah, that's the nuts and bolts of it.
Sometimes statistics can be misleading, obviously, but one shot on goal in the 90 minutes is something that's frustrated a number of fans.
What was it? 0. Yeah.
Well, it was one. I don't think anyone can really remember it. Can you remember it?
Want me? Yeah. Well, that's it. That's. I understand their frustration, of course. You know, they've come away to, like I said before, a rival in the area of the league we're in, and you know, they expect a better performance and obviously a better result. I don't think you can question. I hope they don't question our fight and our hunger to do well, and the effort, you know, from the lads. But yeah, I agree that today we lacked a bit of quality.
If I left the car at home,
and that's a disappointment, because you're not going to win football matches if you don't show the quality. You know, we say time and time again we've got good players, and we just didn't show it today.
The manager, the head coach, has been out and said he thought perhaps players were a little bit fearful. Would you agree with that?
At times, yeah, fearful. It's a nuanced word, I suppose. You know, like I said before, we have to take the ball at times, and you know, there's loads of times when we do it, and then literally in a game's time, it suddenly flips on its head, and we suddenly revert back to not doing it. So, you know, when the game pans out like that, it's very difficult to claw back the momentum and change the way you're playing. So, you know, we have to go out, like you say, fearless from the first whistle, and let's go out. You know, let's die trying. That would be probably the message to the lads got looking into Tuesday.
You're one of the senior players in that dressing room. What will you be doing with what is a relatively young squad between now and Tuesday?
Being positive. We've already said in there. The message is that there's no better opportunity than Tuesday to put it right. I don't think it's disrespectful in saying that with it being Morecambe as well at home, we've got a great chance to go and play a good game of football and get a positive result. I'm sure they'll be saying the same thing, but we said the same thing today, and Burton said the same thing. So you know what I'm getting at. But and that'll be the message. That no need to drop our chins and mope around. There's plenty more games to play, plenty more opportunities. We understand though we need to perform better and do it quickly.